Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carly deserves better than manipulative romance, which is why she shouldn't forgive Brennan. According to General Hospital spoilers, Carly Spencer and Jack Brennan's developing romance could end tragically. Carly deserves better than this deceptive romance, which is why she shouldn't forgive Brennan. First of all, we cannot deny that the act of switching actors caused a shift. Since Chris McKenna replaced Charles Measure, many fans still don't think Carly and Brennan have any chemistry. Carly might not be able to forgive Brennan when his secrets come to light for that reason alone. The GH writers will have the opportunity to offer Carly a fresh start and allow her to go on with someone else, ideally someone she truly clicks with. Carly should not forgive Brennan for other reasons though, and they must be handled. The fact that Jocelyn Jacks landed at that cabin and killed Cyrus Renault may have been Brennan's responsibility. Brennan now has Jocelyn lying to her mother and preparing for a risky WSB task that will further increase the dangers. In addition, Brennan has crossed far too many boundaries by framing Jason Morgan. Given that Michael Corinthos is recuperating in a German clinic and Morgan Corinthos is dead and burned, Carly is correct to be strict when it comes to kids. Carly must be furious at Brennan's threat to Jocelyn's life, since she has witnessed what happens when her children become involved in risky circumstances. The worst thing is that Brennan continues to play up how much Carly is worth the wait and flirt with her. While covertly producing all of this stress for those she loves, Brennan is manipulating Carly into falling in love with him. Carly deserves better than a man who would slyly carry out these actions behind her back while still grinning and charming her. After the whole truth is revealed, perhaps Carly should break up with Brennan for good since there are many other people out there. Who ought to be Carly's next partner? Would you rather see Carly with someone else? Or are you still cheering for her and Brennan? Stay in for more on the heartbreaking news that lies ahead, as our GH predictions suggest that Brennan may lose Carly once his secrets are revealed. According to General Hospital spoilers, Carly may eventually enjoy a romantic new beginning, so keep an eye out. An inside look at Brooklyn's not-so-secret secret from Rena Sofer. According to Rena Sofer and General Hospital spoilers and updates, Lois Cerullo just alluded to the possibility that someone else is aware of the family secret. It's possible that Lois didn't completely conceal the fact that Brooke Lynn Chase and Dante Falconeri became parents. The Quartermaine scandal secret was not wanted to be shared by Lois' family. Lois' family was hesitant to reveal the affair between Willow Corinthos and Drew Quartermaine not too long ago because they were worried she wouldn't be able to keep it a secret. She had, after all, previously told Sonny Corinthos that Nina Reeves was the one who had notified the SEC about Carly Spencer and Drew. But who would have thought Lois could really protect a secret when it really counted? She has clung to the fact that Brooke Lynn had a child while she was a high school student for years. The existence of their son Gio Palmieri is also unknown to everyone. Does anyone else know? Dante is not even aware that he is the father. Rena discussed the plot with Soap Opera Digest. In an interview with Soap Opera Digest, Sofer discussed the narrative and recalled Lois and Brooke Lynn's departure from Port Charles. The web of deceit and treachery that encircled the Quartermaine family served as the catalyst for this departure. She pointed out that although Lois took pride in being truthful, the information about her grandchild had made her face a painful reality. Sofer said that the deceit was intended to protect her daughter and grandchild, saying, "She's been riding that high horse for far too long, and now she must face the reality that she's no longer atop it." Who could Lois have spoken to? However, she jokingly suggested, "Did Lois really keep it to herself? We can't be sure." In response to a question concerning her decision to keep the secret, Lois and Olivia Quartermaine have been best friends for as long as anyone can remember. It's completely possible that Lois told her best friend, but there's a problem. Olivia is Dante's mother, and she probably would have liked that her son know about the upcoming birth. The same is true if Sonny was aware of it at all. Despite funding Joe's college education, he would have preferred for Dante to be aware of his son. Of course, there's a good chance that Rena was implying that Gloria Cerullo was Lois' mother. The worst consequences will result from the revelation. A secret-based plot in a soap opera usually involves only a couple of people, Sofer explained. She did, however, say that she was impressed by the way the show combines this story with a wide range of personalities. The final revelation will have serious repercussions, she warned. But she praised the writers and executive producer Frank Valentini for their creative approach to the plot's progression. That reveal is going to be the worst, Sofer said, expressing her worries about the fallout. She underlined, betraying the trust of the boy that Lois helped raise is one thing, but lying to Ned Quartermaine, Olivia, Brooklyn, and Dante is quite another. That is a very different issue. This is incomprehensible regarding Jason and Drew. According to General Hospital spoilers, many viewers are left perplexed by Jason and Drew because parts of their actions don't make sense. For all the information you require, continue reading below. General Hospital spoilers. Jason and Drew's situation is incomprehensible. Critics have noted that Drew would also be automatically considered a suspect if Jason were ever suspected of a crime based on DNA evidence. If that weren't enough, wouldn't both twins be at the crime scene given Jason says that Drew is his alibi, Drew lies about being with Jason, and Drew has no alibi? That's obviously what viewers are attempting to understand at the moment. The internet has a lot to say about the issue, of course. Obviously, there are two things that make Jason an obvious suspect over Drew. Some commenters have even said, he is a well-known hitman who publicly threatened Cyrus. Now, it would be fantastic for Diane to enter and use your aforementioned examples to create reasonable doubt if Drew does not support Jason's alibi. DNA testing cannot distinguish identical twins from one another, according to a different critic. You're right. They can use dental records and/or fingerprints. Since hairs is not a proven science, that would be a fairly large stretch. You can only remark that the hairs resemble a person. General Hospital spoilers. Port Charles's upcoming events? Additionally, there was the following comment. Jason of being complicit whatsoever in Cyrus's death sidebar. Why didn't Jitch go the whole Kevin/Ryan route with Jason and Drew also, since they're also identical twins? It would have completely suspended any storyline credibility issues in the viewer's eyes to have one actor portray both characters. With an announcement in hand, Tracy strode into the Q living room. In order to stop Drew from using the Quartermaine name, she had a judge sign an order. Ned was proud of his mother, but Lois and Olivia didn't think it was a good idea. Tracy reassured Lois that Scout could retain the last name, despite Lois's concerns. For Scout, Gio took the field. He preferred having his father's last name, and he wanted Scout to feel like she belonged by sharing it with her father. Ned even tried to persuade his mother that she had erred by adopting Joe's viewpoint. Stella and Curtis met at the nurse's station at the hospital. There was some positive news from Stella. I think we have a way for you to take down Drew Quartermaine, she replied. Although her congressman friend had consented to meet with Curtis, it was Curtis' responsibility to show the congressman Drew's true character. As soon as Drew realized that sharing the truth could benefit his brother, he demonstrated his true self. He only needed to inform the police that Jason was at his residence when Cyrus vanished. So this is what it comes down to. You using my position as a congressman to cover up your crime. Drew responded. Jason was stunned to hear his brother say that, but Drew went one step farther. At the time in question, I was at my house alone. Jason's lying, he said, giving Jason a direct look. He even consented to sign a signed declaration to that effect. Then Drew pretended to be a worried brother. Jason's warning against Cyrus made sense to him. Drew couldn't honestly lie for his brother, even while he was protecting his son. Carly took over when the ADA was called away. You really won't tell the truth to help your brother? She inquired. In response, Willow said, Drew wouldn't lie about something like this. Willow had to insist that Drew was still a decent man after an angry Carly pointed out that he was once. Drew resisted Carly's pleas for him to confess the truth during their argument. Anna and Carly were powerless to stop Jason from being charged. After giving Willow a quick glance, Carly exclaimed, What the hell has happened to you? Carly offered Willow some food for thought when she insisted that Drew always tells the truth. Why would Jason pick Drew to be his alibi if he knew it wasn't true? He knows Drew wouldn't lie for him, Carly said. Drew did the thinking for Willow before she could. According to him, Jason sought to disparage him for his involvement in this case. Carly lost it and yelled, Wake up! You are having an affair with a man who doesn't exist. While Willow attempted to defend Drew more, Jason, on the other hand, found himself back where he was supposed to be, in the interrogation room meeting Diane. She remarked, An alibi? That's new, given that Jason typically has no alibis and is guilty. But he was appreciative of Cyrus's killer. He remarked, "They saved me a lot of work." Jason argued that the evidence was fabricated against him. Even the location of Cyrus' cabin was unknown to him. "Then that begs the question, who wants to frame you?" replied Diane. Jason concluded that because he became reckless and publicly threatened Cyrus, he was a prime candidate to be framed. "I think your priorities have shifted. I think you have put being a dad over your work, and when you saw Cyrus' hands on Danny, you went into full-on dad mode," Diane said. Jason was aware that someone had turned that against him. Jason later informed Anna that since Cyrus was killed by a professional who left no evidence, they would never be able to locate his remains. Anna told Carly outside the questioning room that Cyrus had also given Michael a digitalis injection. Carly wants to reward them right away by finding Cyrus' killer. Soon after, the ADA came up to Carly and asked why she should trust a career criminal rather than a member of Congress. Carly inquired, "Have you seen the people in Congress?" Carly was right, and the ADA had to acknowledge it. After bringing Willow back to his home, Drew left for Carly. Carly's statement stunned a bewildered Willow. Drew dismissed it and accused Carly of labeling everyone a liar these days. "I couldn't believe Carly kept calling you a liar," he asked. Jocelyn finally realized that Jack genuinely wanted her to work as a WSB agent. She gave him a disbelieving look. She thought, "I'm a college student, not a spy." "No one is a real spy at first," Jack explained. "Training would be provided." Joss was still curious as to why he was offering this. Joss had agent qualities, Jack informed her. She was quick-witted and intelligent. "Most of all, you want to make a difference in this world, don't you?" asked the man. Jack kept praising Jocelyn's best qualities, such as how skillfully she pulled Christina out of the pool. When Jocelyn revealed that she had lost it at the PCPD and informed Cyrus that the cops were on him, she was exhibiting self-awareness. All of that didn't matter to Jack because rookies make errors. She ultimately located Cyrus' hiding place and was resourceful enough to carry a gun and protect herself. So in Jack's imagination, she would be the ideal spy. As if he were recruiting for the Avengers, Jack informed Joss, "We're looking for people who act in the shadows, quietly making this world a better place and who aren't looking for credit when they do." Jocelyn realized how crazy this was, so she used air quotes to repeat what he had said. Jack rambled on, telling Jocelyn that if she accepted the challenge, she would not even be allowed to tell her mother she was a WSB agent. Jack was able to convince Jocelyn that killing Cyrus was something that mattered in some way. Joss was informed by Jack that she would not be the type of WSB agent who committed murder. For that, they had additional agents. Joss was meant to be an agent who worked undercover. "As a college student, you can get into places older agents can't," he stated. Jocelyn was unsure about her ability to refuse Jack. She was afraid that Jack would make sure she was imprisoned for killing Cyrus if she did. "Because a coerced agent does me no good," Jack assured Jocelyn that was not a factor in this situation, and that he would never compel her to join the WSB. Ultimately, Jocelyn accepted Jack's offer, and chose to become a spy in honor of Dex. Jack was ecstatic and told Joss that she had to go to spy school that evening. He was a really good man and led a really hard life, but all he wanted to do was help people, so I'll do it, Jocelyn stated. After continuing to paint and talking about the meaning of their work, Trina finally asked Kai if she was the one who kept him up the night before the game, which stopped him from playing his best. Kai said that his painting was autobiographical. "I would be losing my mind not being able to play if it weren't for you," he said. And when Trina was back on the stepstool painting, she stumbled and fell into Kai's arms. Trina threw caution to the wind and pulled Kai in for a kiss, despite any thoughts Quinn might have given her because she has actually helped him. Chase was prepared to ask Finn to be their sperm donor so the child would have a biological connection to both of them, and he told Brooke Lynn that he thought he had found a way for them to have a child of their own before heading off to the boxing gym. Chase believed Violet was the ideal example to demonstrate that Finn made wonderful children. Chase could tell that Brooke Lynn wasn't on board, and she explained that she didn't think Finn would be comfortable watching someone else raise his child, even if he said it would be. In the end, it might be too complicated. Brooke Lynn didn't seem thrilled with the idea, especially not wanting to call Finn and make the proposal. When Christina consented to be their surrogate, They assumed everything would go well, but everything ended badly in the end, and not just because of Christina's pool plunge. Brooklyn wisely brought up the situation between Molly and Christina. Additionally, Brooklyn pondered the youngsters' reaction to learning that their biological child was their uncle. Do they have to know? Chase inquired, and Brooklyn eventually persuaded him that they should consider this matter more before taking any action. Lulu's love for Dante intensifies, but does he feel the same? Love is never simple, and in the case of Lulu Spencer and Dante Falconeri, emotions run deeper than either of them may realize. Their relationship has been tested time and again, yet Lulu finds herself more in love with Dante than ever. However, the question remains, does Dante feel the same way? Or has their love story taken an irreversible turn? Lulu's unwavering devotion. From the moment Lulu met Dante, their connection was undeniable. He was charming, protective, and steadfast, a man with integrity who captured her heart. Their love story, filled with triumphs and tribulations, has been a central part of their journey together. Even after enduring heartbreak and separation, Lulu's love for Dante has only grown stronger. She sees in him the man she always wanted, the father of their child, and the love of her life. Despite the obstacles, she remains hopeful that their bond will survive anything. Her devotion is unwavering, and with every passing moment, she dreams of a future where they can be a family again. Dante's conflicted feelings. While Lulu's love has intensified, Dante's emotions are far more complicated. After all they have been through, the betrayals, misunderstandings, and painful goodbyes, Dante has built a wall around his heart. He cares deeply for Lulu, but does he still love her the way he once did? Dante's time away changed him. He is no longer the same man who promised Lulu forever. His experiences have hardened him, and though he still respects and admires her, he may not be able to return to the love they once shared. Is he holding back out of fear, or has his heart moved on completely? The struggle to reconnect. Lulu and Dante's attempts to reconcile have been anything but easy. The deep wounds from the past resurface each time they try to mend what was broken. Lulu believes their love is strong enough to withstand the trials, but Dante's actions suggest otherwise. He is distant, guarded, and hesitant to open himself up again. Lulu is willing to fight for their love, but is she fighting alone? Dante's reluctance raises the painful question. If he still loved her, wouldn't he be willing to try? Or is he afraid of hurting her once more? Their struggle to reconnect is a battle between hope and reality, with Lulu holding on to the past while Dante remains uncertain about the future. Outside forces and new obstacles. Love is never just about two people. There are always outside influences that shape their destiny. For Lulu and Dante, external pressures only add to their turmoil. From interfering family members to new romantic interests, their love faces continuous challenges. Perhaps Dante has found comfort elsewhere, or maybe someone is whispering doubts into his ear. If there is another woman in the picture, where does that leave Lulu? And if Lulu is the only one fighting for their love, how long before she realizes that love isn't enough when it's one-sided? A painful realization. As much as Lulu wants to believe in their love, she cannot ignore the signs. She sees the hesitation in Dante's eyes, the way he avoids conversations about the future, and the lack of passion in his voice. A painful truth may be on the horizon. Dante may never love her the way she loves him. If she is the only one willing to fight for them, she must ask herself if she can continue living in denial. Can she force someone to love her back? Or will she eventually have to accept that their story may not have the happy ending she desperately desires? A love worth fighting for? Lulu is at a crossroads. Does she continue pouring her heart into a love that may never be reciprocated? Or does she walk away and open herself up to new possibilities? Dante holds the answer, but only time will reveal whether his heart still belongs to Lulu, or if he has already let go. For now, Lulu's love for Dante is stronger than ever. But love is a two-way street. If Dante doesn't feel the same, will she have the strength to let go? Here's why Carly should not forgive. Brennan deserves better than manipulative romance. In the realm of relationships, forgiveness is often touted as a virtue, a necessary step toward healing and moving forward. However, there are instances where forgiveness may not be the best course of action, especially when it comes to manipulative and toxic dynamics. Carly, a fictional character in a popular narrative, finds herself at a crossroads with Brennan, a partner whose actions have consistently undermined her well-being. While some may argue that Carly should forgive Brennan and give their relationship another chance, a closer examination reveals that Carly deserves far better than a manipulative romance. This essay will delve into the reasons why Carly should not forgive Brennan, emphasizing the importance of self-respect, emotional well-being, and the pursuit of healthier relationships. 1. The nature of manipulative relationships. Manipulative relationships are characterized by a power imbalance, where one partner exerts control over the other through emotional manipulation, guilt-tripping, and deceit. Brennan's behavior throughout the narrative exemplifies these traits. He has repeatedly used Carly's vulnerabilities against her, making her doubt her own perceptions and feelings. This form of psychological manipulation, often referred to as gaslighting, is a hallmark of toxic relationships. By making Carly question her reality, Brennan has effectively eroded her self-esteem and independence. Forgiving Brennan would mean condoning his manipulative tactics, sending a message that such behavior is acceptable. Carly's forgiveness could inadvertently reinforce Brennan's belief that he can continue to manipulate her without facing any real consequences. This cycle of manipulation and forgiveness is detrimental to Carly's mental and emotional health, trapping her in a relationship that stifles her growth and happiness. 2. The importance of self-respect. Self-respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. It involves recognizing one's own worth and refusing to tolerate behavior that undermines it. Carly's decision to forgive Brennan would be a disservice to her self-respect. By forgiving him, she would be prioritizing his feelings and needs over her own, effectively placing his well-being above hers. This self-sacrificial approach is not sustainable and can lead to long-term emotional damage. Carly deserves a partner who respects her boundaries, values her opinions, and supports her aspirations. Brennan's manipulative behavior demonstrates a lack of respect for Carly's autonomy and individuality. Forgiving him would mean accepting less than she deserves, settling for a relationship that diminishes her sense of self-worth. Carly should instead focus on rebuilding her self-respect and seeking a partner who truly values and cherishes her. 3. The cycle of abuse and forgiveness. One of the most insidious aspects of manipulative relationships is the cycle of abuse and forgiveness. This cycle typically involves periods of tension, explosive incidents, reconciliation, and calm before the tension builds again. Brennan's behavior fits this pattern, as he alternates between moments of charm and affection and episodes of manipulation and control. Forgiving Brennan would perpetuate this cycle, trapping Carly in a relationship that is emotionally draining and harmful. Each time she forgives him, she becomes more entrenched in the cycle, making it increasingly difficult to break free. The temporary relief of reconciliation is often followed by further manipulation, creating a toxic loop that erodes Carly's emotional well-being. Breaking free from this cycle requires Carly to take a stand and refuse to forgive Brennan's manipulative behavior. By doing so, she can begin the process of healing and reclaiming her life. It is only by ending the cycle of abuse and forgiveness that Carly can move forward and seek a healthier, more fulfilling relationship. 4. The impact on Carly's emotional well-being. The emotional toll of a manipulative relationship cannot be overstated. Carly's mental health has undoubtedly suffered as a result of Brennan's behavior. The constant manipulation, gaslighting, and emotional abuse have left her feeling anxious, insecure, and emotionally drained. Forgiving Brennan would only prolong her suffering, as it would allow him to continue his harmful behavior. Carly's emotional well-being should be her top priority. She deserves to be in a relationship that nurtures her mental health, rather than one that exacerbates her insecurities and anxieties. Forgiving Brennan would mean subjecting herself to further emotional harm, which is not a price she should have to pay for the sake of maintaining a toxic relationship. Instead of forgiving Brennan, Carly should focus on her own healing and self-care. This may involve seeking therapy, leaning on supportive friends and family, and engaging in activities that bring her joy and fulfillment. By prioritizing her emotional well-being, Carly can begin to rebuild her life and create a future that is free from manipulation and toxicity. 5. The role of accountability in relationships. Healthy relationships are built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and accountability. Brennan's manipulative behavior demonstrates a lack of accountability, as he consistently shifts the blame onto Carly and refuses to take responsibility for his actions. Forgiving Brennan without holding him accountable would enable his harmful behavior and reinforce the idea that he can act without consequences. Carly deserves a partner who is willing to take responsibility for their actions and work towards positive change. Brennan's refusal to acknowledge his manipulative behavior and make amends is a clear indication that he is not capable of being the partner Carly deserves. Forgiving him would mean accepting a relationship that lacks accountability, which is not conducive to long-term happiness and fulfillment. Instead of forgiving Brennan, Carly should demand accountability. This may involve setting clear boundaries, seeking couples therapy, or ultimately ending the relationship if Brennan is unwilling to change. By holding Brennan accountable, Carly can assert her own worth and create a relationship dynamic that is based on mutual respect and trust. 6. The importance of healthy communication. Effective communication is a cornerstone of any successful relationship. It involves expressing one's thoughts and feelings openly and honestly, while also listening to and respecting the other person's perspective. Brennan's manipulative behavior has undermined healthy communication in his relationship with Carly. Instead of engaging in open and honest dialogue, he has used manipulation and deceit to control the narrative and avoid addressing the real issues. Forgiving Brennan without addressing the underlying communication issues would only perpetuate the toxic dynamic in their relationship. Carly deserves a partner who is willing to communicate openly and honestly, without resorting to manipulation or deceit. Forgiving Brennan without demanding better communication would mean settling for a relationship that is fraught with misunderstandings and unresolved conflicts. Carly should instead focus on fostering healthy communication in her relationships. This may involve setting clear boundaries, expressing her needs and expectations, and seeking out partners who are willing to engage in open and honest dialogue. Rena Sofer's insight on Brooke Lynn's Not-So-Secret Secret, a deep dive into character and storyline. Rena Sofer, the acclaimed actress known for her compelling portrayal of Lois Chirulo on General Hospital, has always brought a unique blend of strength, vulnerability, and authenticity to her roles. Her character, Lois, is a fan favorite, and her return to the canvas has sparked renewed interest in the intricate web of relationships in Port Charles. One of the most intriguing storylines currently unfolding involves Brooke Lynn Quartermain's Not-So-Secret Secret, a plotline that has captivated audiences and allowed Rena Sofer to showcase her acting prowess. In this exploration, we'll delve into Rena Sofer's insights on this storyline, examining how her perspective as an actress enriches the narrative and what it means for the characters involved. The context of Brooke Lynn's secret. Brooke Lynn Quartermain, portrayed by Amanda Setton, is a character who has undergone significant growth and transformation over the years. As a member of the Quartermain family, she is no stranger to drama, but her current storyline has taken her character to new heights. The Not-So-Secret Secret revolves around her pregnancy and the paternity of her unborn child, a revelation that has sent shockwaves through Port Charles. While the truth is known to some, it remains hidden from others, creating a tension-filled dynamic that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Rena Sofer's character, Lois, is intricately tied to this storyline through her relationship with Brooke Lynn and her connections to other key players in the drama. As a mother figure and confidant, Lois provides a grounding presence amidst the chaos, offering support and wisdom to those around her. Rena Sofer's portrayal of Lois adds depth to the storyline, as she navigates the complexities of family loyalty, love, and the consequences of secrets. Rena Sofer's perspective on the storyline. In interviews and behind-the-scenes commentary, Rena Sofer has shared her thoughts on the Brooke Lynn storyline, emphasizing its emotional resonance and the opportunities it presents for character development. She has described the plot as a roller coaster of emotions, highlighting the challenges and rewards of portraying a character who is deeply invested in the lives of those around her. One of the key aspects of Rena Sofer's insight is her understanding of Lois's role as a mediator and protector. Lois is someone who values honesty and integrity, but she also recognizes the importance of timing and discretion when it comes to revealing the truth. This duality is central to her character and informs her actions throughout the storyline. Rena Sofer has noted that Lois's approach to Brooke Lynn's secret is rooted in compassion and a desire to protect her loved ones from unnecessary pain. This perspective adds a layer of nuance to the narrative, as it underscores the moral dilemmas faced by the characters. The emotional depth of the plot. The Brooklyn storyline is not just about the secret itself, but also about the emotional fallout that accompanies it. Rena Sofer has emphasized the importance of exploring the characters' inner lives and the impact of their choices on their relationships. For Lois, this means grappling with her own feelings of guilt and responsibility, as well as her desire to shield Brooklyn from further turmoil. Rena Sofer's portrayal of Lois brings a sense of authenticity to these emotional moments. Her ability to convey vulnerability and strength in equal measure allows viewers to connect with Lois on a deeper level. Whether she is offering words of encouragement to Brooklyn or confronting the consequences of the secret, Rena Sofer's performance is marked by a sincerity that resonates with audiences. The dynamics between characters. One of the most compelling aspects of the storyline is the interplay between the characters. Rena Sofer has highlighted the importance of these dynamics in driving the narrative forward and creating tension. Lois's relationships with Brooklyn, Ned Quartermaine, her ex-husband, and other members of the Quartermaine family are central to the plot, and Rena Sofer has worked closely with her co-stars to bring these interactions to life. The chemistry between Rena Sofer and Amanda Setton, who plays Brooklyn, is particularly noteworthy. Their scenes together are filled with warmth and authenticity, reflecting the deep bond between their characters. Rena Sofer has praised Amanda Setton's performance, noting her ability to convey the complexity of Brooklyn's emotions. This mutual respect and collaboration between the actresses enhance the storyline, making it all the more engaging for viewers. The broader implications for the storyline. Beyond the immediate drama, the Brooklyn storyline has broader implications for the future of General Hospital. Rena Sofer has hinted at the potential for further twists and turns, as the characters grapple with the consequences of their actions. The revelation of Brooklyn's secret is likely to have far-reaching effects, impacting not only her relationships, but also the dynamics within the Quartermaine family and beyond. Rena Sofer's insight into these developments offers a glimpse into the creative process behind the show. She has spoken about the importance of balancing drama with moments of levity, ensuring that the storyline remains engaging without becoming overwhelming. This approach reflects her understanding of the show's legacy and her commitment to delivering a compelling narrative. The role of secrets in soap operas. Secrets are a staple of soap opera storytelling, and the Brooklyn storyline is no exception. Rena Sofer has reflected on the role of secrets in driving the plot and creating suspense. She has noted that while secrets can be a source of conflict, they also provide opportunities for growth and redemption. In the case of Brooklyn's secret, the eventual revelation is likely to lead to a deeper understanding between the characters and a resolution of the underlying tensions. Rena Sofer's perspective on this aspect of the storyline highlights her appreciation for the genre and her ability to navigate its conventions with skill and finesse. Her portrayal of Lois adds a layer of complexity to the narrative, as she embodies the moral ambiguity that often accompanies secrets in soap operas. The impact on viewers. For fans of General Hospital, the Brooklyn storyline has been a source of both excitement and emotional investment. Rena Sofer's insights into the plot have resonated with viewers, who appreciate her dedication to her craft and her ability to bring depth to her character. Her portrayal of Lois has been praised for its authenticity and emotional resonance, making her a standout in the storyline. The not-so-secret secret has sparked lively discussions among fans, who are eager to see how the plot will unfold. Rena Sofer's commentary on the storyline has added to the anticipation, as she has hinted at the possibility of unexpected developments and emotional moments. This engagement with the audience is a testament to her commitment to her role and her understanding of the show's impact on its viewers.